Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. Have you used Wave? Before we start doing anything, have you used Wave? Well, don't forget, Wave is fast, reliable, and safe. From the UK and the US, all you need to do is download the free app on the Apple Store or Google Play and use the passcode DaddyFreeze, DADDYFREEZE as one word. And you get £5 off your first transaction or $5 if you're in the US, as the case may be. US, UK people, jump on this. Absolutely no fees, not just on your first transaction, ever. Use Wave today. Yes. So, another dramatic interview.
Let me adjust my hair.
First of all, let me introduce her. Ladies and gentlemen, the proprietress. That English did not sound well. The proprietress of Breakup and Makeup. Who actually broke up and made up.
No, I broke up and made up.
And you're going to talk about it today.
Every bit of it.
Every bit of it. So she started with Breakup and Makeup, grew into Blessing CEO, a huge online followership, and got into a bit of trouble recently with Onyeze.
Na China, na Chinko.
Na Chinko.
You need to add that to it.
Na Chinko.
Don't remove it, na China.
You know, so I got to find out about her, and initially when I saw a lady in handcuffs sitting on the floor, I was like, no, I don't want to know what happened. This is absolute nonsense. I'm not going to stand for it. And then I also decided to use my creative side. I went to one of my friends' houses and shot a video of life that got family members calling and saying, were you arrested? Tastebot's younger sister had to call from the UK. That what happened? We saw him with police, and do you know, I wanted them to handcuff me.
Okay.
But we couldn't find handcuffs that day. The policeman who had handcuffs did not come to work.
Oh, to make it look more...
So wanted to make it look like... I wanted to sit up. So we didn't have handcuffs, thankfully, because that would have freaked my family members out. A lot of people don't realize that, okay, sometimes we joke around a lot. Then I did 2 skits, released a picture, and then the next thing, Blessing is crying. And some people say she's going to take her life. And my neighbor, shout out to Kevin Maxwell, and his brother called me and sat me down for 30 minutes telling me how much of a devil I was and how someone, because of me, is going to kill themselves. Thankfully, it didn't play out that way.
Nobody was dying.
Nobody was dying. Yeah, we're glad. So we're glad you love life too much. So in my heart, I was like praying. I actually prayed for Blessing. God, please, don't let this blessing do this.
Because they will drag you to the side.
That's when you saw people dancing behind you. This is so funny. One of the skits had about 180,000 views. The highest I've ever had on Instagram.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I think the 3 videos would make top 10. The 3 videos I shot, one at my door. Then one is the highest I've ever had.
So Daddy Freeze, I think you actually need to give me a very huge gift.
I owe you. I owe you.
It's okay, no problem.
You try for me, you try for me. So guys, use Wave, don't forget. So when that was done, I now felt in my heart, it would be nice for me to, but if I call her, I felt she was going to curse me out. Hey, you're making fun of me because I picked the pieces of the stones of my life. I used them to build this mansion. Only for me to be in Canada one day. And I got a text message on my Nigerian number. Daddy Freeze, I want an interview. You saw the way I answered you was very quick.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't believe this. She's the one reaching me first. So I quickly responded, scheduled the interview for yesterday or for Thursday. Then when I came back, we moved it to Friday. And finally today, Blessing CEO, MD CEO of Breakup and Makeup is live in living color in my house. Welcome, Blessing.
Thank you, Daddy Freeze, for having me.
You look so much better in real life. I've said this like 2 times.
Thank you. It's actually better to look better in real life than pictures.
Before we even go inside the details, tell me a little about you. I've followed breakup and makeup on and off for about 3 years.
Okay.
You know, I followed breakup and makeup.
Break up or makeup.
Break
or makeup together.
Break or makeup. Oh, fantastic. For about 2-3 years. Stories are nice. It's the hints of today. You know, those days we used to have hints that we buy for 50 naira.
You read and sleep.
And read and sleep. And you see, what used to tire me with hints then was they would write they would write one quarter, 4 different stories. Then you go and bring the next episode, and then you read. So I at a point in my life, I knew all the characters in hints, even until the story is finished. Do they still have hints?
No.
Anyway, so when I saw breakup makeup, it was similar. So I liked it. Then you lost your page.
Yeah, I've lost my page like 3 times. Came back the second time. Came back. I don't know why it keeps going. I don't know what we keep going and coming back.
At a point, you had a backup page.
Yes, we did.
Do you still have it?
We converted the backup page to our magazine because I dabbled into going into magazine.
Now, you have 3 active Instagram pages. What are what's the followership like?
Okay, Break or Makeup, we have over 500,000 followers. 500
wow.
something thousand.
Oh wow.
Then Blessing CEO, I have over 200 and something thousand. Then
That's some good followership. And I'm sure you are converting it to cash. I trust you, woman.
Kind of wasting followers like that.
You know, so what made you start break or makeup?
My past experience. I was married before, early marriage. I was married at the age of 18.
No, madam is allowed.
At the age of 18? Yes, I got married quite early. And I started dating when I was about 14. So you can imagine.
No, but by dating at 14, you and boys were greeting each other.
No, I dated my husband, who I married to, for like 4 years before we got married.
How old was he?
He was about 10 years older than me.
Were you guys having sex?
Yes, we were.
So your ex was having sex with an underage girl?
I loved him. Yeah, I loved him.
Love is not good enough.
I loved him. So at that point, you know, when we say 14, we are underage, but we're exposed. You know,
I'm believing he was not your first.
He was my first. He was the first person that ever gave me 5,000 naira in my life. So I think he.
No, I don't mean the first to give you money, like the cherry thing.
Yeah, he was the first and first of everything. So we dated. Even when we started dating, he didn't start sleeping with me immediately. It was maybe when I was 16 and thereabout. And then I used to lie about my age, yes, because I was a bit exposed and I was bigger. You know, these days people just grow. Except they tell you. When I tell people even as I tell people I'm 30, they are still saying I'm lying. But I'm just 30. I don't know what people think.
Because you've probably been in the limelight for a while. Like people believe I'm 50. They don't realize I'm just 43. But because they've known me all my life, and they probably think. So even 16 was quite young.
Yeah.
And you were blaming Regina Daniels.
I didn't blame her. I'm not Chinko. Everybody have their choices. I don't blame her. Everybody have their choices. So we dated. After that, got married. Though my parents didn't want the marriage because they felt I was still very young. I didn't know anything.
You hadn't gotten into university then.
I just got into the university. Then.
So you got married as you were entering the university.
In like 1 year, I was about to enter my 2nd year.
Okay. Does this have anything to do with the fact that he was afraid that those university boys would take you away from him?
No, we didn't even plan to get married. That's the funny thing.
Okay, you got pregnant.
I didn't get pregnant. No, I was married. I didn't get pregnant. What happened was that our relationship was kind of funny. He met me, I liked him, he liked me. But while we were dating, you know, because I was quite young, so I was extorting money from him. You know, because me, I was saying like normal dating. He wasn't rich, but he was a banker.
Okay.
So he came then to Enugu. I met him in Enugu in my mom's store. I was managing my mom's store then in Ogweteme market. So they came to buy gifts for their, course. I think they had a course or thereabout then. So that was where we met and started dating and all that. He knew I was still young. So every little thing he gave me then meant a lot. So I used the opportunity to also, get some money from him and all that. I never knew I was going to marry him. So until
Funny enough, you are one of the first. I'm going to say this because I'm catching this vibe live. You're one of the first people that kind of has fond memories of their ex. You might come out later and say, no, he's a funny guy, he's this, he's that. But I can see a bit of a twinkle still left in your
I
eye.
love him. I really do. I really did love him at some point because he was my first.
Do you still love him now?
Yes, I still love him, but we can't be together. The difference between you love people and you have to let them go. Sometimes love makes you let them go. Sometimes I tell stories about my ex. It's not because I hate him. No, but because he's my challenge. I'm still going to say he's my driving force. He's the one that makes me want to be successful because all through the period we were married.
He gave you the stones.
Exactly. Those are the stones. Yeah. Without those experiences, there will not be break or makeup. There will not be me.
Yeah.
It is those stories that I can't say a word without calling him. He's just part of my story.
Now, your current man, are you in a relationship?
Yes, I am.
Are you married?
I don't want anybody to know about that. So I want people to keep speculating. She's a single mother. She's a
Baby mama.
baby mama. Stuff like that.
Did you get a full divorce from your
Divorce, and it took me 5 years.
Oh, it takes a
solid
while.
years
It's
to
still
get
taking
full
some-
divorce and cause because it took my son when my son was 8 months. So it took me
So
5
you
years.
got custody.
After 5 years.
So your son was 8 with him
8 months with him, yes.
for 8 whole months.
For 5 whole years.
Oh wow!
It took him when he was 8 months and was with him till he was 5 years.
So
Custody.
what caused the breakup? Did any of you cheat?
No, it wasn't even about cheating. And
Was there violence
yes, there was violence
from you to him?
from him to me.
Okay.
But I don't want
like to establish.
Yes, from him to me, he was hitting me. But he wasn't hitting me out of hate. He was this kind of person that felt because I was young and I was small. Definitely, I had my own fault. As a young girl, I was stubborn. As a youth, my mom always tell him, these are the things that we parents condone and tell you to wait before you come and marry them. So as a young person, you will see all this youthful exuberance. It's normal because I still wanted to wear my bomb short instead I should tie wrapper at that age. So we always had this. He would tell me, grow up to my level. I'll tell him, you come down to my level. Because I was still young. He wanted me to grow up by force, wear a suit to school. I was in my second year and I was telling me to wear a suit to lectures. So we had that misunderstanding and he was this bossy, authoritative man that wanted to take charge and he was freaking jealous. Imagine how tiny I was then. He was just too jealous. So I don't want to start putting blames, but we weren't compatible. That was just it. He was a different guy, I was a different person.
What if you mature maybe 5 years from now and you become all those things he liked then? Do you think there's hope? Or maybe
There's no
not?
hope. We can't live together. Because now I have become a
Somebody
boss
else
of my
provides.
own. Yeah, apart from somebody, even if I was still single, I don't have anybody, I can't marry him.
Okay, you're not saying you're in marriage, but let's assume that you are married. Under that assumption, what are the qualities of the man you are with, we are assuming now?
He's patient.
Mm.
He's too patient and he's very, very mature. I think he has studied me. There's nothing, ever since I've been with him, he has never raised his voice on me. I'm crazy, I'm stubborn. I get my own day, my body, I won't lie to you. I used to have score. I can wake up in the morning now, I'll just be angry. I can call him, what's the meaning of, are you stupid? I can cross. Yeah, I can be that crazy. Even my kids sometimes, my son will ask me, Mommy, why are you shouting? Mommy, you can't still tell me this thing quietly. You don't need to shout. So that's just to tell you my nature. So he has studied me. So when he'll tell me, okay, when you're done, I'll come back. But my ex, the moment I'm shouting, he's shouting. I didn't even shout on my ex the way I'm shouting on my current right now. And when I was with my ex, I didn't even have anything. So he was practically doing everything for me. Now, my current man does almost everything for me. And I still shout and he still tolerates. And so I have to say, what am I doing? You told me I love you, so, and I know that. And after shouting, after like 2 minutes, I'll go and beg. Yeah, I can beg for World Cup. So I think it's patience and understanding, the person you're with. That's all.
Absolutely. So you were telling us how you were in the university and you got married. So you were married throughout your stay in the university?
Yes, almost throughout my stay in the university. Then I still divorced when I was in the university. We're just
married
married
inside
for
university, divorced inside university.
I think we're married for either 2 years. 2 years.
No. There's divorce. It's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Can I ask you some questions?
Go on.
Did you ever cheat on him when you were in school?
No.
Are you sure?
I swear that if he was that possessive. He
Were you
was
living
too
with
possessive.
him?
No,
Or
he
you
was
living
in
on
Port Harcourt.
campus?
I was in Calabar. I was schooling in the University of Calabar.
And all those fine Calabar boys.
Funny enough, I've never really been a small boy, young guy person. I like them advanced.
Oh
So they don't turn me on. And I used to say before I went into the university that I cannot date a student because they are annoying. I know it's just drama. So I naturally prefer the advanced, matured person that can take care of me and pamper me.
I think you seem to like this. Let's see. So, when did you finish school? And did you work? Was there a time in your life where you actually had a job?
Yes, I did work. I finished school. I can't remember the dates too. I didn't cram it. Forgive me. I finished school.
Did you serve?
Yes, I had an extra year. That was when I left.
What did you study?
I studied economics in the University of Calabar. So after the extra year, my mates had gone for NYSC, so I was frustrated. I was depressed, and at that point, I was going through a divorce. He connected my son, so it was as if I had nothing on me. You know, I had to just, and my father disowned me. He asked me not to come. Yes, because my parents didn't want the marriage. So my dad said the only thing I owe him is to go to school. I sent to the University of Calabar to go to school, say you want to marry. So go back and bring that certificate back to me before we start to talk. So at that point, I had nobody.
Did you think of ending it all at that point?
No.
You like
life.
Now me got myself.
I guy like that. I'm this kind of person. Challenges move me. I like to. People say I brag. No, not brag. I think I like to prove a point. I think that's where I have to work on. I want to show this person that I can do it. I want to tell this people that said I couldn't do it before, that I can now do it. So that was the push. Like, okay, my ex, and he kept telling me before I left him that without me, I'm a nobody. I'm going to end up a prostitute. That's what he keeps saying. Yes, that it's me that I'm. So I kept.
But that didn't happen.
I'm even better off than him now. Sorry to say. So, like I was saying. So I had to go and get a job. I didn't want to come and start, sleeping with men per se. Not like each time, and that's what I always preach about on my page. Not like I always want to judge people, but sleeping with men doesn't work for me.
Why?
It's not in
because it seems to be what a lot of young girls these days do. I heard in September they want to release iPhone 11. I was like, "Che, girls will suffer." As in, because girls will, for instance, you are earning 30,000 naira a month as your salary. You have bills. Then an iPhone comes out at 500,000. You can't save for it. And then you see it with the girls. So automatically, you know what some girls did. Not even one guy, like community efforts. It's like pay your taxes. Some girls are local governments.
I know.
You understand? So when you live in a world where girls believe that they have a tool through which they can make money, and you're saying this, how does it fly with people? Do people put resistance against that? Say, "No, blessing, shut up, you don't know what we're going through." Or everybody seems to agree with you?
It doesn't work for me. I like to talk on my own
basis.
It doesn't work. There was that I asked my mom. I went for a very flamboyant wedding, my cousin's wedding. That was the first time I was seeing money. And I asked my mom, "Mommy, where do they used to see all this kind of men?" She told me something. Everybody have destiny. We have two types of people. People that get in bulk and people that gather in installments. And a lot of people who get in
people
bulk,
that get in bulk
and
people who gather in installments.
And let me tell you something. When you get in
I'm learning from the CEO.
people that get in bulk sometimes, they get excited because they think it will keep coming, so they don't invest.
Word.
So you'll be so shocked that those that gather even have more because they are gathering because they don't know when the next one is going to come.
So they're gathering little by
And they're investing.
little.
So I grew with that. And number two, I have so much pride. I don't know how to beg people. If I ask you that if you're my boyfriend and I ask you for money and you give me attitude, you're dumb. Yes, I'm that kind of person. So it made me, I don't beg so much. It even, once you tell me no, you become my challenge. I will now want to do that thing so that you'll be alive and see me do that thing. So working for myself has worked for me. It's not about lying. That's what works for me. When I put something, because I'm very good when it comes to marketing, if I market something to you, you buy. You don't have a choice. And I noticed something as I was growing. Men like hardworking women. If you're a beautiful woman, even if you want to do whatever you want to do, and you are hardworking, it's a plus.
Yes.
If a man wants to give you 50,000, he'll give you 1 million. Yes. Because he knows men are not stupid. If it's iPhone, they know it's iPhone. But when they know that you are industrious, they're going to be seeing their money. So at that point, that was what I went to do because it wasn't working for me in Calabar. And Calabar was a very small place. How much would they give you? Highest would give you 10,000. Yes, because there were lots of students willing to throw their legs open. And me, 10,000, I had big eye right from childhood. I had big dreams. So I told myself, okay, let me go get a job. So that day, I wore one of the suits my ex bought for me. I didn't even know where I was going to, but I told myself, even if I was going to work somewhere, I'm going to work in the best hotel. Because that was all I had at that point. I hadn't gone for NYC. I just finished my exam. So I walked into Transport Hilton in Calabar with every boldness. If you even see me, you think I'm...
No, you have boldness. The boldness is
So I just walked to the reception. I sat down. I didn't know what... I was even reading magazine. But while I was reading, I was using my eyes to look when I was going to see anybody I could approach. Fortunately for me, one man was coming down from the staircase and something just told me, walk up to this man. I stood up, walked up to him straight. Imagine when you're walking as a guy and somebody walks up to you. Good afternoon, sir. I said, good afternoon. I said, sir, please, I need a job. You know that expression, like, where is this one coming from? But maybe because of the way I was dressed, that was what made him give me audience. I said, sir, please. I just finished school and I'm looking for something. I don't want to go about looking for men to sleep. But I think that was what moved him a bit. I said, whoa, what's your name? I said, Okoro in Chinko. I said, what did you study? I said, economics, but I've not gone for NYC. He said, wow, you have a good diction. You're smart. Come with me. He took me straight to the MD's office, and that was how I got a job in transport.
What was the job?
I was working in the dry cleaning firm. It wasn't a big job per se, and they were paying me 15,000. Yes, but I had something I was doing.
What year was this?
This was like 8 years ago.
I'm trying to put in perspective.
It's 8 years. It's maybe 5 years ago if I got a job. Because it was 8 years ago I left my ex, so maybe 5 years ago. So I got the job, and you know when you work in a hotel, you get a lot of opportunities. It doesn't necessarily mean you start sleeping with people. People come, and I noticed something while I was working, and that's what I always used to inspire young girls. Each time a man comes in there and see me, they're like, why are you here? They feel I'm not supposed to be here. When I talk, when I speak, the way I express, they feel, I deserve more. So they are always interested in me, not to sleep with me, like, why? Because every normal girl might not want to do what I'm doing, pack people's dirty clothes, stack people's dirty clothes. So it got them interested. And I told myself, okay, since I meet people, let me start up a business. I started going to our bar to buy men's clothes. I didn't want to do anything with men and their wallet. So I said, okay, since this men come every day to approach me and they dash me tea, what if I have something I have to sell to them? Because then in Calabar, transport was the biggest, like even if Buhari comes into town, that's where he's going to launch. So we met a lot of people, but because you don't know what to do with them, and as a woman, you don't have any other thing to offer apart from your body. Just, I felt I needed to offer them something apart from my body. Even if they want to sleep with me, they will buy first to impress me before the sex comes in. So it was like a business thing. And that was why I bought my first car. I went to NYC like a queen. Do you understand? I started doing business, selling to my colleagues. So before the pay salary, I'm already, as in they are owing me. So practically they are paying them salary, they are also paying me. So that was how I got, rich, and that was where the first riches started coming from. And that was where I got the contact, where I got a job. I'm working currently right now.
Do you want to tell us about your current job?
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. But I know she's doing well. Now, when did you set up Break or Makeup?
Okay, Break or Makeup started while I was still in Transcorp, while I was still working in Transcorp. I'm a very private person. Forget what I do on Instagram. Instagram is where my social life is. In real life, I don't even have friends. It's just go to work by 8 o'clock, come back by 5 with my kids. My life is just a routine kind of stuff. So I catch more fun on the ground. So I needed something. And
Me too. Ask them, do I go anywhere?
That's the fun, but they don't understand.
Hey, you go upstairs. My cue is
okay.
Yes. You said you're a very private person. That I'm also a very private person. I do everything I do more or less on the ground. But my kids know I'm at home all the time. So I understand that. So that helped with the faceless break or makeup.
Yes.
And how did you grow it to 500,000 followers?
It was like a joke for me, Daddy Face. It was something, when I wanted to open Break or Makeup, I was trying to open a gossip place where girls would come and gist. Because within my colleagues there, everybody was complaining about their boyfriend. And they would always come to me. I'm a very open person. If you stay with me, I like to gist. So we'll gist, I'll tell them about my ex. I'm this kind of person. They say, you've been married before, I will gist them. 23rd of May.
I'm born 6th of May. I'm very open.
I'm a very open. I'm like an open.
That means you're Taurian.
Yeah, so I don't have any secret. There's nothing you can say, okay, this is something Okoro.
I'm like that.
Everybody know I'm a divorcee because I said it. I told them they didn't,
They didn't have to dig it up to find.
It would have been a problem, So at that point, I started talking to my colleagues, and everybody wanted to talk to me. Just see what my boyfriend do to me to do. This one doesn't mean better. They were different. And everybody said, okay, let's talk about it. Let's gist about it. I started calling my friends. Okay, I want to open page Break or Makeup. And the reason why I named it Break or Makeup, I was trying to say, is now power to either break up or make up. It's your choice to remain in the relationship or to go. So at the end of the day, the meaning of the name simply means you have the power.
The power.
Your choice. So I opened it like a joke. I would be tagging all my friends. Oh, yeah, come and comment. Oh. And at that point, I started feeling too big. You know, friends now. Joke. You know, far back when we started Instagram like 3-4 years ago, it wasn't as difficult as it was now.
Yes.
Now people, I don't know, they are so stingy with followership. But then anybody just sees your stuff, they started following. It was like a joke. I started getting stories. I was like, wow, this is interesting. I woke up one morning to 7 emails. I'm like, interesting. People started, that was it. And then I will always go to celebrities page, follow Break or Makeup for true life stories. Then they not started blocking anybody now. So people started following, and that was how, like a joke, you know, the page just.
Do you make any money from Instagram?
Yes, I do.
Adverts.
Yes, I do. And I also have a dating site. So I make more money from I have a dating site and I have a hookup site. Yeah, I do.
Okay, so people pay?
Yes. We have over 30 people that have gotten married. Yes, but you know one thing I noticed? People don't like to share their good news. It's only bad news, especially when it comes to relationship. So people already feel that Break or Makeup is one platform for divorcees. Only people that have problems. But no, people do have, but they're always saying, there was a story we had. Somebody came to tell us how sweet her husband is. He's so nice. He wakes up in the morning, he takes the kids to school. No, just to inspire people that they are still good.
Nobody likes it.
Come and see comments. The girlfriend of the man now came to comment.
Hey!
Told us how, sent us part 2, how the man bought her a phone, because she was even saying he even bought me a phone, bought her 2. That she was even the one that went to the man to buy the phone and picked that color for her. So it was the story went viral. So it now made everybody, it's like protects your happiness. So people had that. When they get married, when they get hooked up on my platform, they'll be like, hey mama, we are married right now, we're about to get married. They will invite me, but they tell me, please don't post it. I'll say, how would you post it? How would you know? They say, please don't post it. And if you say it verbally, they will say you are lying. And because I'm not always on their location, so I can't be going for this, I could just send my gifts and all those stuff. So that's why I actually make, you know,
the ball of your money. So at what point did you decide to go public and hey, okay, Break Up or Makeup, you know what? I'm Blessing CEO. Here's my face.
People started impersonating me, number 1, and number 2. While Break Up Makeup was going on, I was still commenting as Blessing CEO. Who didn't know who I was? And people loved me. That was where I started getting followership from my comments. Because I'm a very sarcastic person. I could put out a story about prostitutes right now. Somebody says, okay, I'm a prostitute and I'm feeling guilty. I'm not come and write. I was there now. I shall want a serious work now. Just to draw. They will not come for me. Idiot! Foolish fool! Woman! But they didn't know I was trying to draw traffic. Who is this person? Some people were happy that she has so much guts. Those things people were condemning, I would come out boldly and say there's nothing. People didn't like people like me. So at some point, I needed to like come out. People were now impersonating me, CEO Break or Makeup. So I had to come out and I say, okay, let me say, okay. I didn't come out officially. People just started spotting that I was the owner because I had so much confidence.
Even up until now, it was still just a speculation.
Yes.
That you own Break Up.
I just put it, recently I even put it up on my bio, CEO Break or Makeup. Because I felt if people wanted to walk, they would want to see a face. People thought it was a guy, people thought it was different stuff. So I just said, okay, let me put a face. So people can also relate, you know, this is who I'm talking to. And that was how Blessing CEO also.
Now, we are at a juncture of the most important story in recorded history with regard to Nigerian social media. We woke up one morning. How did it start? I was following blogger Blessing Okoro releases pictures of house that she just built. That was the first story that came out. Yeah. Tell us about the story.
Okay.
Blessing, me and you here.
I won't lie to you, Daddy Freeze. No, I don't know how to tell lies.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you guys the truth because there's nothing to. It's you and I, Daddy Freeze, so there's nothing to lie about. The truth about it is, most times when you talk about your achievement, people say you are bragging, but no, I don't brag. I always want to use my achievement to inspire the next person that I've gone through what I've been through. Yeah. That's why it's as if I put out my little. I've not even achieved anything compared to, you know. But I'm happy that I keep telling them because I can do this, you can also do this. So number 1, the house I won't put out is not my first property. I have properties that I lease, yes. But you can't come and be saying some certain things in public. You can't be declared. And number 2, I also work. So people don't start.
Okay, but the house was yours. So what it concern Onyeze?
No, let's get the gist.
Okay.
The house I took a picture wasn't mine. It was for Onyeze.
Okay.
That's the truth. I took a picture in Onyeze's house. But this is the real truth. The intention, let me start from the beginning. So don't
I see I'm smiling.
I
see trending.
I am building a house.
Okay.
I have a house I'm building. And if you're my follower on Instagram, I've been carrying, even when I bought the land, they knew. I was excited. People said, remove it all, you know, I took it down. Even when I started the foundation, they knew. Even when I roofed, they knew. People that's my true followers know I have a house. So, because I've been talking about the house, you know, I've been excited, wanting to show up something and all those stuffs. So, on my birthday, it hasn't gotten to my birthday. So, I'm still doing the cracked house, stone tiles and all that. So, there's this particular stone tiles I've been looking for. I think I saw it in a movie. Each time they go to buy, they'll be like, they don't know, I should bring a picture. So, on that fateful day, I was bringing my kids back from school. I saw this site. This site is very close to my house, like 2 minutes drive. So I now told my son, Daryl, this is the stone I've been looking for. He was like, Mommy, I'm tired. I said, okay, let us go back home. So we went back home. They went to change in the evening. We now came back. So the site is an open site. They were still working because we were carrying chippings from outside. It wasn't like a site that was on lock and key. You know the way you're building a house? People were going in and out to admire what was happening here because the gate was so attractive. He used the stainless glass gate. So it's a place if you're passing, you'll be like, wow, what's happening? So I went in. So as I went in, I saw a guy. I greeted him. I said, can I take a picture of this house? I want to use the stone. He now told me, Unwa Lolo. Because my mom is quite popular. They call her Lolo. I now asked him, hey man, do you know me? He was like, yes now. That my mom arrested him. They came to our side to the somebody starts now. So my mom took them to police station. They were the ones. I was like, oh really? So to show you, the guy recognized me. That was what gave him the freedom to take me around the house. He was trying to show me this. I said, who owns this? I said, it's Onyeze. I said, I've heard his name before, but I don't really know him. So he took me around. I was like, this is nice. So I got his contact. He told me, okay, he's going to contact me with those that bought the stone tile so that they don't cheat me. After that, he was the one that even took me the picture with my son. You could see my son in the background. And I left. This picture was taken, I'm going to show you the date. It was about April. That was when I took that picture. So the motive wasn't to actually go and snap and pose. And when Instablog was posting, they said, I went to an uncompleted building and snapped. No, that uncompleted building was a building I posted when I was still building far back. So I now picked mixed sticks on my birthday. So when I was getting to my birthday, I didn't achieve what I wanted to achieve to put it out. And if I put it on uncompleted, people still come and say, I finished the house now. And I needed something that was going to go viral. So something now told me, okay, since you want to build this kind of, you're going to replicate this kind of house. Oh yeah, use it now innocently. I never even knew.
Are you sure it was innocent?
It was innocent. It was innocent because that if I wanted to pull a stunt, I have rich friends. I have people that have good houses. I have people that do estates. I could pay them and use their houses and say, okay, I won't pull this kind. So my friends, people do it for Lagos. Now we know.
Oh,
I go pull the stunt and nobody will come disturb me. Because even when all this whole thing can't happen finish, when me and Onyeze can't reconcile, Onyeze can't tell me, say, you for come meet me. Tell me, say, guy, I for come out. I said because that wasn't the initial intention. If I wanted to push, like I had it in mind, I go plan and I know the small picking and we know the business. So I didn't even know it was going to go. I thought probably it was an uncompleted video nobody knows about. So if I maybe in 6 months or 7 months time, people will still see me in a similar house. So this whole thing taught me, I never knew I was this big. So it wasn't even the house, it was the person that snapped the picture of the house. So it wasn't there because people have been.
So how did Onyeze get to, where did Onyeze come in? How did he arrest you?
After, just calm down.
It's also, I need handkerchief.
After I now snapped the picture, I now went. So that was like a month or two. Like I said, when I couldn't achieve what I wanted to achieve, so on my birthday, I now said, okay, since and I was celebrating my birthday because it was quite loud. I said, okay, let's look for something to do. Instablog does not carry birthday now. And I said, okay, now let me give them gist that I'm going to carry on that day. And now put 8 years ago, my husband chose to knock me.
Hey, say it again. Use your mouth to say it.
8 years ago, my husband chose to knock me. 8 years later, I packed the stone, I beat out. You know, it was more of an inspiring message to like, you know, excite some people, even people that never commented on my page before, come and see them, congratulations, congratulations, both those that were happy and those that were not happy, you know, at that point. So the picture went viral, bloggers carried it. On Instablog, when Instablog posted is that I own the house, 3,000 comments. But when it came that it was not me again, 50-something thousand comments. And I was benefiting on the first person that got that on Instablog. They have never asked Instablog because they're going to pay me. They have never gotten 50-something thousand comments. I'm telling you.
You are always.
I was the first person. I broke record.
I don't even know. I've never seen. I've seen 10,000. I've seen 15,000.
I broke record.
I'll look for it.
So
no, you were trending that period.
I really trended. So when I put it out there, and number two, something also happened. I started putting out my properties even when I was building my houses that I wanted to lease. I was putting it out because I was influencing for a housing agent. So it was part of also promoting them because sometimes people need to relate that you also own a house before you want to start selling a the house. So it was also a way of giving them credits. Like, okay, she's built a house, you know, part of my advertisement and all those stuff. I put it out there. 3 days after my birthday, they didn't even allow me to rest. After the birthday party, they did not even allow me to finish opening my gifts. I saw on Insta blog, re-owner of house Onyeze came out. I said, hey, big money!
Hey!
I said, Jesus, I'm dead.
Oh.
I quickly DM'd Insta blog. I said, Insta blog, chill. I now told Insta blog, okay, me, I have my own house. Insta blog now told me, babe, the guy has brought evidence, so Insta blog has to even take picture of where I'm living currently. Because I stay in a 5-bedroom duplex. So he took pictures and said, somebody had already gone to where I stay to go and snap to go and show Insta blog. I said, Jesus, this is serious. They took the matter so serious. So Insta blog showed me my house. I was no longer comfortable. And I said, okay, Insta blog, me, I have my own house. So at that point, because me said I'm popular, Onyeze wasn't, I was trying to put, I now told them, okay, me, I was not trying to prove to them that I have my house, Onyeze has his house, and it's a similar building. So that was where that bone of contention came in, me trying to prove that I have a similar house, Onyeze has his own house. So that was where it came in, it continued trending. So at that point, I was still trending, I was still enjoying I snapped one of my house. You know, my photo house was growing, I was enjoying it. Until Insta blog now released a voice note. I was talking to my younger sister. When my younger sister was asking me, sister, this house where they trend, which kind of almighty house is that? I now said, now one Onyeze, they said I want Onyeze house, but don't worry, she been at that house, I go replicate that building. I didn't know how Insta blog, that was why I picked offense. Insta blog tapped into my conversation. I don't know how they got the voice note. So they went to the extreme, there's no longer blogging.
No, I don't think they tapped. I think your sister sent it. I'm telling you, there's no way anybody can tap.
Except somebody sent it to Insta blog, or somebody that knows me tapped into my conversation and sent it to Insta blog.
Is it that somebody who knows you?
Yes.
Or somebody who knows your sister? Insta blog will not do. I will tell you that they will carry your story.
That's when I wanted to drag the matter. I wanted Insta blog to provide because my sister swore on her life that she didn't give her my conversation. So I either
amazed.
I just
So that
was when I got that was when I got surprised and scared when my conversation. Hey, I said, I called my mommy, come and see this is getting out of hand because I also that maybe the Onyeze was taking it so serious. I had not met Onyeze by then. This thing was still trending. Until now told me, I know this Onyeze now. The younger sister is my tenant. Let she get his phone number from the sister downstairs. My mom went downstairs, got his phone number. We went to see Onyeze that morning. We saw his Onyeze said, Mama, no problem. Oh, give me so bad the law, so bad the don't know Gabang so bad. Might get make it now. Go back to that house. May the mafa. In English, I should go back to the house and do something good. Because in as much as it was trending, they were insulted. Some people thought I had the house. Some people said local Onyeze, who dash, you know. So he was angry at the comments, and people that were sending him this stuff were sending him the bad comments. So it was as if he built a house and somebody now came to take the glory. So at that point, me seeing him was telling him that, Oga, I don't have anything at the back of my mind. And they were telling him I was a fraud. That I took his house online. So it was what social media, and the funniest part is that Onyeze is not even online. He's not a social media person. So these things were things people that knew me was telling him.
I have that same problem in my family.
Yes.
Some person will put an anonymous comment against me or against taste buds, and a family member will take an anonymous comment as a fact and carry it to the family and say, see what they are saying.
Okay. So I think that's the problem.
I used to have to tell them that, come, it's not what they are saying. Some are not. This person could be you that carry the comments because it doesn't have any name. Let the person show us his name. Let me do car facts and the human being facts on the person and give you his biodata. Then we will know who we are dealing with.
So I think the Onyeze himself was misinformed. As I'm talking, you understand why I said that. So when we saw him that morning, that was what took me back to the house that morning. You know, I went back to the house that morning. That was what broke the cameras. So he took me back to the house that morning. Yes. And guess what? He asked his man to give me, the gatesman to give me access. And I did not even, I now did a video. That was why I did the video. This is Onyeze's compound. The gateman was even saying, yes, about Onyeze, and I even videoed my own house, just for them to see the difference. It went online. That one was still going viral. I went back to my house to have my bath. 3 hours later, that Darlington, the guy called me and said, hey mama, well, that's what he calls me. Onyeze is not your ifugio. Onyeze wants to see you. I'm like, okay, why? He said he wanted people to do a video together to trend. On I like it, he likes the way he's trending online. Innocently, I was just coming out from the bathroom. I wore down my red dress. That's the dress I wear. I just wore it because his house is a stone throw, 2 minutes from where I stay. So I just locked my kids in the house. Then I was on leave and my kids were still on holiday. I just locked them. Said, I'm coming down. I went down. So I just parked. Then went into the compound. I didn't see his car. And I said, okay, when I'm going to see no, up. Okay, I didn't see him. I sat down. Me sitting down, still fiddling with my phone for me to raise my head. 3 guys came out with belts. 2 came out with gun and handcuff. That was the true story that happened. And
did they belt you?
they were supposed to flog me with the belt.
Did they flog you?
They did not. That was why I did everything I did, because I was under threat. So that was when they told me to sit on the ground. I refused. The guy raised, if you see this guy I'm talking about,
The guy raised what?
the belt. I will scatter your body. And at that point, nobody knew where I was. This compound I'm telling you is like, they can kill you and bury you and nothing will happen. Nobody knew.
Hey.
Nobody knew where I was. So at that point, I was vulnerable. Number 2, they collected my phones. They asked me to sit on the ground. I was still forming Jagaban. That gown where I didn't, I wasn't wearing underwear inside. Because I felt to just come and do something. So at that point, you see, that was going to be, I know one thing about most of these criminals, these people. It's when you struggle with them, that's where all these things. By now, maybe I wouldn't have been talking. I would have been in the hospital. Say, because say she talk or you run your mouth, they flog you. So I didn't want that at that point. So they told me, sit on the ground. Sat on the ground. The only thing I was asking is, where is all this coming from? Because we didn't have a misunderstanding. Do you understand? So the gate man himself, I was asking the dad, what happened? He was like, Mama, I'm sorry. So it was like a setup. He was the one that called me. I said, but this is uncalled for. I came here, what's the problem? They couldn't tell me. I said, okay, I should sit on the ground. They took my phone. That the IG said that they should bring me to SAS. Good and fine. I wasn't very comfortable. I told them, this is why I work. They said, shut up, will you sit down on the ground? We'll kill you here. Are you stupid? So by then, that
So
was...
how did they get the handcuffs on your...
They were the cuffs. So that was when they put me on the ground and cuffed me and brought out their phone and started recording. When I was begging the video, I was begging, please stop recording me because of where I work, not even Instagram. And if they were truly police officers, the minute I told them this is where I work, the first thing they will ask is identify yourself. I can't tell you I work with the police and you will still handcuff me. That was where I knew. That was where I knew they weren't police officers, and that was where I got scared. Police officers will not be holding bells to flog me. They will give me a warrant or take me straight to the station. But they were. I was begging them, please stop recording me. And by then they already called somebody on video call and said, I am with the girl. We've gotten the girl. The person was on bare chest on a WhatsApp video. So they told me if I don't do what they asked me to do, they're going to kill me there and bury me. That's why they were parading me. Like, who owns this house? If you notice, somebody was asking me, who owns this house? I said, it's for
Okay, that's not Onyeze himself.
That's Onyeze had not come by then. I said, I will tell everybody, this is what I said. I have never for one day said, you know, they paraded me. At that point, I was not even scared of what they were. I was scared of my life. The only thing I was begging them was, please, can I call my mom? Only my kids are home. So when they finished doing it, was after they did up to like 8 clips. Even when I was rolling on the ground, they didn't post that one. They told me to roll on the ground. I was rolling.
And you are not wearing underwear. And it did not show.
I was conscious. I was conscious of it.
That one would not have been video.
So where it would have showed is probably if they had forced me, or I had struggled, or I had said no. If I was wearing a jean that they freeze, or I was well dressed, believe you me, now battle. I'm a very stubborn person. They saw me that way because at that point I was vulnerable. And anybody that is vulnerable, no matter how
you should be wearing underwear when you are leaving your house.
It's not the these days fresh air and there was heat. I just finished bathing now. Someone cannot take fresh air PCQ. So as I was saying. So that was where they finished doing the recording. They took me into the room when they were done with the recording and told me, okay, I should stop crying because then I was crying. That they will not post it, I should bring 500,000. I said, oh God, Papa, I just really celebrate my birthday. I don't. They said, everybody heard I bought car, I have Benz. I said, I don't have.
Do you have a Benz?
Leave me alone.
Sorry. Do you have a Benz?
Leave me
This
alone.
interview is going nowhere until you tell us you have a Benz. What Benz?
Please leave me. We'll talk about that later. So let me not forget.
So that underwear that you didn't wear is the one you used to do the Benz. Alright, I'm joking. Go on.
So like I was saying, so they asked me to bring 500,000. I'm like, I don't have. They said, okay, how much do I have? I said, okay, let me give them 50. This 50 was for them, was not for the video, because they're telling me they're going to release me. The 50 was for me to have my freedom. So my intention was, if they take me to go and do, I would just run for my deal. At that point, I knew I was in trouble. So we're still talking when Onyeze now drove in. Immediately he drove in, get the girl! 2 police officers came down from the car.
And these ones are real police officers?
They're real police officers.
But the other ones were not real
police
police
officers.
officers.
They were just out. But they told me they were police officers. Immediately I saw a uniform and I ran to him. I will be the police. Thinking at least they'll save me. He didn't do anything per se, he was just looking at me. The police officer, they seemed lost. It wasn't the police officers that handcuffed me. So they just kept, so Onyeze by then was, they told me, oh, you're lying, and I started begging him. At that point, I was lying down because Onyeze was angry. You get boogie here, I will shoot you down. You can make it fair, make it. You know what even made me feel powerful after this whole thing? Amongst close to 9 men, even with arms, and I was the only lady. And that was what the commissioner of police was telling me. Only one woman. Now all of now. So imagine how vulnerable I was. I wasn't with anything. Only one woman. I'm powerful, Daddy, please. That's what I was saying. So that was when he was now. They said I should beg him. I was rolling on the ground. Please, Daddy, Biko. Because me, I used to call him people. I could even call my son Daddy. Daddy, Biko, please. So I will kill you. So by then, they started calling some girls on WhatsApp. The videos they were now sending it to Onyeze was now sending it to his friends in China. That finally, do you understand? So they called like 4 girls. They said, "Bless, will you raise up your hand?" I'll raise up my hand. They said, "The Almighty." So the girls, they were laughing at me on WhatsApp video. So they will see me. They made mockery of me. They humiliated me.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Almighty blessings. The girls, they would laugh. Small children, they would laugh. At that point, they should just do. Let me just go. At that point, I wasn't ashamed of anything because what's the big deal? So they now called one particular girl that was my makeup artist. So immediately she saw me, she screamed, "Blessing, please stay there. These people are dangerous." She now started coming with her husband. That was my savior. It was she and her husband that begged until they opened the gates and allowed me. Now I'm going to write an undertaking that I came and stole the house. I will never come to the house again. I'm a criminal. Anything that's me to write. At that point, I was even shaking because I'm a bit asthmatic. So they noticed I was already going. They even gave me cold water to drink. I drank. I think I was going down. I was tired. I was exhausted because I cried and I begged for a long. Nothing was happening. This video took over an hour. So at that point, I wrote the undertaking. The guy that handcuffed me now said, "Hey, I want to go know where you stay." So they drove in their convoy to my house. When they got to my house, they came in and asked me to bring down my children. That was where I got comforted. My children came. They looked at my children and left. That was where, as they were leaving, my mom, I already called my dad, giving me my phone by then. I told mom to just come. My mom now met them outside. Now started telling the owners, "We saw you this morning." My mom also had property, so I don't get where all these dramas. You're making it look as if we are past. My mom also worked with the civil defense. My father is a medical doctor. My brother is a lawyer. I have uncles that are son. So it's not like I'm some gutter child that you just picked up. They just use me shine. Let me the thing. So our mom started, talking to him. The Onyeze was like, "No, sorry, ma, I didn't expect to go to the can. That was when I got into my. By the time I just got into my house, the first thing I did was I went to Instablog. Let me open Instablog.
Hey!
Okoro blessing, the same criminal thief house, they lock him. Hey! It was as if the ground should open and swallow me. Since I was born, I've never seen myself that vulnerable all my life. When you watch yourself, tell me. I just went and told Onyeze, "You've done your worst." Nothing where I go see shed blood, not tears. My mom, he started swearing. I swear he didn't post the video.
So we are going to go on a break and come back. Hello?
People came out. By then they were now saying, "This guy, we reconcile with him, he's dangerous." So that's what people felt. That he wasn't with that, the boys around there and blah, blah, blah. So that was where they brought wine. It was even the neighbors that contributed wine. Said, people that were around that brought the wine.
So where was that wine drinking? In your house or in his house?
We had to drive to a different house.
So it wasn't Onyeze's house?
It wasn't Onyeze's house, it wasn't mine. It was a neutral house.
It was a neutral house.
Yes, where we drank the wine. The wine was just supposed to be like, okay, everything don't die. Make this person no drink and make it just die for internet. Do you understand? That was what the wine was about. So we drank wine and...
But then, the matter did not die in your heart.
Yes, it didn't die in my heart because at that point, I didn't even know that those people that did those things to me weren't police officers. At that point, I was even feeling guilty. At that point, I was like, okay, I deserve it after I took a picture in his house.
That is when you now released the video by the door.
At that point, when
I reproduced.
No, when they posted that video why I posted that video by the door, because Instablog said I was detained and arrested by Onyeze for impersonating his house. So people felt I jumped into Onyeze's house to go and do video again, to go and snap picture again, and they arrested me. So a lot of my family members and friends, they were panicked. Where was I detained? So that video was telling people that no, I wasn't detained. I did. Man, people now saying, "Lie, she don't go back to Onyeze, they don't release her." So I understood that at that point, the public, they were enjoying the trend. So they didn't even want anything to interrupt that gist. Blessing is suffering. So just because they enjoying the comments.
Enjoying the fact that she's suffering.
So they don't want anything to. So that's the public for you. They enjoy stories. They don't like facts. So it's just like now they have calmed down. Now they can now want to listen to the truth in the world. It was then. There's nothing I wanted to say in this life that was going to make them want to listen. So after that scenario, I went back to my house. Was wallowing in my self-pity and my shame of handcuffs. But I still kept getting threatening messages from some strange numbers. So I called my mom. My mom said this is what she's avoiding. She doesn't want all this lifestyle. Tomorrow you'll be driving out of your house, you'll be scared. So people didn't even know what I was passing through. At that point, I was trying to play down everything because I don't want my security to be, involved.
In jeopardy, yeah.
So after like 2 days, 2 policemen came and knocked on my door and gave me. I'm going to show you all the evidences. And gave me a warrant. I think the arrest, Bridge of Peace. They now said they're inviting me to the police station. At that point, I was like, for what? I was trying to play down this whole thing, and still they're asking me to come to the police. Though the charges wasn't something criminal, they just wrote Bridge of Peace. I said, which peace am I bridging? So I think by then, when the video went viral, there were now 2 different kind of public. Why was she handcuffed? What did she do? She thief. So if you now see the people were now saying no. So I think they noticed that this people were now saying offense. Who is the police officer? My office people were even asking who handcuffed you. Want to know that person that handcuffed you and what you did. No, even if somebody stole as a police officer, you have no right to video the person. It's not possible, except the PRO. If not, you'd have been seeing a lot of criminals. They can't arrest you and video you. So people were the real people that understood the law was now saying there was nothing absolutely wrong with what she did. Do you understand? I think that was what they saw, and they were now doing Bridge of Peace. So I think the Bridge of Peace was to get me to do reconciliation by then. So when I saw that police report, I picked offense. I was now upset, and I told myself, Ikiru, this can't be you now. I fight people, I fight for people. I'm this kind of person that'll carry people's map on my head. If you say your husband is beating you, I'll go, I'll jack your husband, I'll lock him up. I can't fight for myself. I said, no, man will die but once. What the hell is this? That was when I now went to the police to go and report. Instead of investigating the case. Investigations were going on. They sent Onyeze invites.
So Onyeze was invited to the police?
Yes. Is he above you? So as I was saying, he was invited. So when
how did he introduce himself? Onyeze, not Chinko.
So he was invited. The police officers that went to give him the invitation letter said they did not see him in his house. So, but he called him and he said he was going to come. And the police officer said when he called him, he now told him that he has seen the CP, the commissioner. He has seen the commissioner of police. Commissioner of police said he should come by 1. Okay. The other guy that arrested me, they went to arrest him. His wife was she was in labor that day. The water just broke because I saw it. So they told him to come to the police station. It was on a Friday or Monday. I said, okay, that he'll come. Monday, we waited for this people, he did not come. And they said, Commissioner of Police, give them one. I was like, ah. So I called my people. They said, walk straight to the Commissioner of Police's office. Is it not your? I walked to the car. I said, good afternoon, sir. So, my child, how are you? I said, sir, the people that you invited to come for the meeting, they did not come. He said, who did I invite? I said, Onyeze. He said, I don't know Onyeze.
The police commissioner does not know Onyeze.
You know, said sir, but he said.
Introduce him well. Onyeze not Chinko one.
And if he's leaving you. You know, said he doesn't have any meeting with them now. I should call the IPO. So he called the IPO. The IPO said he said he has seen it. So the CP was angry because that was a wrong repetition. You know, when he said he has seen the CP, it was as if he has seen the CP. So the CP was no. You didn't. It's not as if you didn't see me. Why are you lying with my name? The CP was mad. He said, go and bring him by fire. That he wants to know who the hell is that person. That police will invite. Even if you invite the President Buhari will honor the invitation. Instead, the president will say, I will come this time. But you've already said you could not come. So the CP was not anxious to know who this almighty Onyeze was. So that was when they went and arrested the guy that handcuffed me and also brought Onyeze. They arrested them, brought them to
arrested Onyeze?
Brought them to the police station.
No. Blessing. Swear that they arrested Onyeze. Onyeze not Chinko one.
Nobody should have broke the law. Nobody can be arrested. Our big dignitary senators that if you go against the law, you'll be arrested.
Onyeze, we want to know from you. Were you arrested?
So they brought him to the police station. Now, the bone of contention now.
How did they bring him? He came in his own car, or they brought him.
And if he's leaving alone. So
they brought him dancing shaku.
So now the commissioner of everybody was now anxious to know where did you get handcuffed from? Who were those police officers that appeared on the video? Good 18, no be me post, now them post. I don't know if it's like they posted something that incriminated them. The posting was supposed to like kill Okoro blessing. By the end of the day, God has a way of turning things on your own. So the thing was not turning on your own, I was on my own. So at that point, that was when I now understood the real story. The guy that handcuffed me was just he's a tout. Bloody tout.
Where did tout get handcuffed from?
That was the criminal offense. I was even so shocked that when they arrested this guy that handcuffed me, he denied. He said, I did not handcuff her. It was not me. I was just passing along the way. I saw someone with handcuff. And I said, who gave you the key? He said the key was on the handcuff. I was shocked because I couldn't imagine that these people could be this. It's just like when you nab criminal, when they're in action, they're always feeling like, but when you're not, you're so shocked, like these same people that were, doing you're so shocked. So I was so shocked to see that he could even lie. I thought he would boldly come and say, yes, so I handcuffed her. He denied. This guy begged. Don't worry, I have a video here.
You have a video of them begging?
But I'll not show it to the public. I'll show it to you.
Okay, show it to me so they can hear the sound. Just show it to me. Show it to me on your phone. Let me just be seen. I want to see with my eye. He
begged. Because, when people are vulnerable that way and you don't have objects to point. So what I was doing was a video. The camera wasn't on his face per se. I just played my own whatever, and it was recording. And it was like I'm a Jesus.
If not for pastor work, where they do? Now me number one I'm above for this whole Nigeria.
Okay. Lots of pictures on my phone.
We are waiting.
It's actually in Igbo.
Okay. Listen.
Wait, Basi, are you stupid?
To God who made me, video made a post. I did not post anything. How many you check from the server? It's supposed to be for them. Nobody young. Onyeze be post to the one getting an abona. Onyeze be post to that video. Obro mo be post to there. Are you getting me?
This was him when they even brought him to the police station. The guy that handcuffed me. Because
don't show them.
You know the funniest part,
I will just
Onyeze did not even play a major role. It was this one that played the major role. Onyeze was just in the background. And look at him now. When they brought him to the police station, he was begging.
Ask him on his knees. Can I please show this video? He's showing his back.
That the friends you do like
I'll just show a little bit of it.
Don't show the videos.
Hey.
So that is him in the police station when they finally brought him. So he begged. So I was actually happy on my own part to see that, this almighty guy, so he's actually. So when they now finally brought Oga Onyeze, I call him Oga because he's far older than me and he's far richer than me. He has more than me. Yeah, I'm the poor girl. So when they brought him, Onyeze himself was sober at that point. He was begging. Because CP now,
Onyeze was begging.
Everybody's vulnerable. CP now was angry.
No. Nobody has seen this side of the story. That's why you get the hottest interviews with Daddy Freeze. Did you ever know that Onyeze na Chinko one begged?
He begged.
Onyeze no vex so.
He begged. Nobody will go enter police station. They guilty, no beg. Number one, why he beg? Saying lie, say he don't talk to CP, which was a lie. So CP was angry. Now asked him, "Who are you?" That was the first time I even knew Onyeze's name. He said, "My name is Eze, Monday Eze." I never knew his name. It's okay. He now asked him, "How much do you have?" Because for you to say you have seen CP was curious to know who was giving this person so much guts to say, "I have seen CP." He was not begging. It's a mistake. Even me, I was shocked. So you never see CP. You never see. I was angry. They were begging at that point.
Blessing. Blessing.
So at that point, while he was begging, CP now said,
but I actually saw somebody on the knees holding police begging. And I'll beg her to just allow me to have 2 seconds of it so I can insert it in the video.
You understand? Mandina what you are bad, Mandina what you are good. Anthony is good, you understand? No problem, let peace reign. Forgive and forget. You even know for the internet. It's joke.
Yes, so from those videos, seeing Onyeze, Onyeze, is he a rapper? Plenty.
Maybe that is his own way of fashion. Everybody have their fashion sense. That's his own way of expressing himself.
The jewelry is plenty.
So much money.
Too much money. Yeah, know what I'm saying?
I know.
So at this point, where are you with this thing?
At this point,
do you have Onyeze's what? Are you on his WhatsApp? You guys
No. It just died.
Has he called you since then?
Just there's this neutral understanding.
Okay.
Funny enough, we can't be enemies. I said something. Where I am building and where he is living currently, he also has a house there. We are neighbors. Where I am living and where he is building this almighty house, we are neighbors. My mom stays close to him. His sister no longer starts there. So at the end of the day, my mom was looking at it from the, we are close. So no need to start that enmity between.
Which I agree.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Which I agree.
It's not like it's some far guy. So at the end of the day, we are family. So maybe it was just a misunderstanding.
Now, you as a person, how were you able to deal with the trauma? Are you better now?
I wasn't depressed or anything.
But there was a time when you were crying.
No, that video I did was to create an alibi, especially when I told you I was getting threatening messages.
Yes.
I needed the public to see it from a different light. No, people didn't know what happened. So immediately I put out that video, people started saying, why is she crying? Because it was supposed to be, they thought it had died, especially when we were drinking. But it was the threats that now made me do that video. People will now understand that. I know this kind of thing.
Okay, so it wasn't like you wanted to take your life. You were afraid that they were going to kill you.
Yes, I was scared at that point. And I didn't want, if anything happens, people will now say, oh, it's because they arrested her. People had a different notion of what happened. So that thing I did was to tell people that nobody arrested me, or she died of depression, or shame kill her. She killed herself because say shame kill. That was the essence of that video. So that God forbid, if anything had happened to me within that, people would start saying, you get one video where she do, you get one video where it begins to, it was an alibi. That was just it.
Okay. So the case has been dropped with the police.
The case.
So this is a copy of your statement.
Yes.
Okay. What did you write in the statement?
I wrote condition on the bail terms for them to take him on bail. That he has to do a public apology and sign an undertaking concerning the threat to my life.
Okay, so it was actually a threat to your life.
Yes.
Okay, and they've done that.
Yeah.
You have a man now. How did he deal with all this?
He was just laughing out through. People that were close to me knew I was fine. Even though as a human being, it affected me business-wise. A lot of people withdrew. And what really affected me was the fact that my close friends, I saw some comment from people that were close to me, and I was shocked. No, the trial was not my business.
What about my video? How did you feel when you saw my video?
I was just laughing.
Are you serious?
Funny enough, I even did a skit and they were still angry. I was trying, when I saw it was not trending, fake house challenge or whatever challenge, or get rich challenge, I did my own and people were angry. Did you see the video?
Yes, I saw it.
I saw it. Why I took my son?
Yes.
Yes, I was trying to also trend. People were angry. The Nigerians are too serious. They take like too. No. When I saw your video, ask my younger, I laughed all through. I saw every other video, even when most times I would even go and like and comment. So it was not.
Are you following me?
I used to follow you before, so I sent you DM one time. I did not respond. I followed you.
Is it like, what did you send me DM about?
When they took down my account, so I sent you DM. I said, okay, that they freeze. There was time they took down your. How did you get your account? You did not respond.
Yeah, the funny thing is, if I get a lot of DMs, I have like 3,000-4,000 DMs.
I can imagine.
So if like you see when you got my number, you called me or you sent me a text message, I responded immediately even though I was out of the country. So sometimes I tell people, don't call, text.
Okay.
Don't WhatsApp, because that text costs some money. So it's only serious people that are willing to spend
that money. Not the free.
You understand? So I'm more likely to respond to a text than a WhatsApp.
Okay.
Then I'll now give you my WhatsApp number, which is never a Nigerian number. It's always a foreign number that you can't find. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, which I gave you my direct WhatsApp number.
Yeah, you did.
So you should follow me back.
I will. I'm a fan.
Are you serious?
Jeez, I'm a fan. I comment on it, but there's a level you get to. People think it's funny. Then if I comment on your page, I'll not get trolls. So at a stage,
So don't tell me you two don't go to church.
Please, don't lie to you. So even when this thing happened, I was not saying maybe God. I said,
when was the last time you went to church?
2 years.
2 years.
But except maybe my friends, I think I've had a couple of friends that would drag me. I would go this one, I will not go.
Why?
Instead of switching.
Did you have any bad experience?
I've had encounters with pastors. No lie. I have crazy experience. Daddy Freeze, should it be for another day? You want to
Just quickly, and just mention it.
Daddy Freeze, leave
We'll
me.
do that one.
Yeah, you leave me. I'm not coming out. I'm not coming out of one.
You see, let me tell you something. My people out there, although I have some friends that are pastors now, after we fought,
there must be breakup before
big makeup, like Onyeze and blessing. You see? However, a lot of, even the fact that I'm talking to some pastors, some of my fans unfollowed me because they are so angry with the church system and what it has become, and the exploitation, the harassment, the lies, So right now on my page, you are winning some fans. So blessings like this, really, you don't pay
let's be
tithes.
frank about something. I've never paid tithe since I was born. I don't even know what tithe is.
That's why you go into trouble with Onyeze.
Maybe. But I do a lot of charity work.
This is what we encourage
I'm
here.
a giver. Whether people want to believe it or not, anybody that knows me, I have a very soft spot. You can use my when it comes, especially when it comes to young girls. I have this soft spot because I don't want you to go astray. Sometimes people think you give because you have excess. No. Sometimes there was time I had just 30K in my account, I gave someone 18,000. Because I knew that for me, I can always survive. That was the available cash I had.
18,000
Yes.
out of 30K.
Yes, that was the available cash
more
I
than
had.
50%.
But to the person,
That's a Christian giving.
To the person, she felt I probably had excess. No, I did not. But I felt she needed it more than me. Me, I was okay. I didn't need the available cash. I had everything.
Amara, clap for blessing, clap for blessing, clap for blessing.
That's people
That's what
think.
we want to encourage.
So that it frees. Let me tell you one thing wrong with the church system. It's not our pastors. I want to make you understand that. It's the members.
Yes, it's the people.
There is something they like to see. Just like now, this Onyeze drama that happened. If I had put my own completed building, you see them. Wait, Tina! Now you be the first to build house. This is what they like to see. That's why we have a lot of fake on the social media. They like drama. That's why celebrities will buy a designer bag and put it like this for them. Then me that will do my own giveaway, they don't appreciate. They prefer that glamour where you buy Hemi's bag, put it. That's what they like. You see them like, Mama, living the life. I remember when I wanted to celebrate my birthday, my 30th birthday. I don't want to tell you how much I spent. You know what it is to do birthday in Lagos now. But to me, I was trying to connect with people. Some of my friends told me, babe, carry this money, travel, go Dubai, go America, go chop life. They post them. Now that time, I said no. After the birthday, wait, those will come shop my rice, shop my gifts. Now they still go in Star Block, still go insult me. But if I had been in Dubai, you know, if I had traveled to Dubai or traveled to America or traveled to the US and this thing had happened, people had seen picture, they wouldn't believe. They'll just assume that I'm rich because they have seen a background. Now, I'm a kind of person that I don't like to do too much. A lot of people say I was fake and I was laughing because I'm the realest person in this. Like, I don't go extra miles for the media. I'm just myself. There was time I was taking picture in front of my black gates. My gate is black. Now, wow, change this black gate now. I ain't not that. So they want you to start going to different, because I have people that go to different locations. I don't have that time because I walk. So when I come out in the morning, I'm about to drive back, I take people. But the media doesn't like it. That's why people put in extra effort. It's not fake. It's what they want. That's why it's called show business. You show them what they want to see. It's entertainment. But Nigerians are so serious. They take things too. They need prayers. Oh. Serious prayer. So it's not the pastors, it's the members. Sometimes the pastors tell you what you want to hear. If you don't tell them, they will not come.
They will not come. A time will come when people will depart from truthful doctrine.
They don't like truth.
And they will always want to hear what tickles their ears.
If you start to preach now, young girls, so I put out something. Young girls, so legit, they pay, do this one, they work hard, they say it's a lie. They always do that. There's one man you are sleeping with, they give you money. It's their mindset. Come and tell the girl that you worked hard to make money. They're like,
2 Timothy chapter 4 and 3. For the time will come when men will not tolerate sound doctrine, but wandering to have their ears tickled, they will accumulate for themselves false prophets who will tell them what they want to hear. So you see, we've also had this discussion. The pastors are only playing to the gallery of the people. If you are called by God and you have a message, by the time you preach your message, hunger beat you the first year.
and you know that if it's sorry to interrupt you, sure you know the real biblical message is boring.
Yes!
You're gonna sleep.
It's not fun.
The only
It's
time
not
you
fun.
see people sit up in church is once you hear relationship, bed. All of them, even if you are sleeping, you drop your phone. That's what they like. But once they're talking about rapture, the public they don't like real. You know, reality is boring. Like if he's waking up in the morning, going to brush your teeth. Imagine putting it on camera.
Nobody
Yeah, what's
wants
wrong with this one now? What is that?
What they want to see is you fighting.
Drama!
They want to see you rolling on the floor without underwear. They want, those
That's
are
what
the things
they
they
want
want to see. And they want to
Controversy.
see it
And
so they can bring out the hate. You see, the world is full of hate.
Faith!
So they want to explore avenues through which they can show the hate.
That's why when you get to meet the controversial people on show business, they are the sweetest people in the world. You'll be so shocked that that's not them. It's
Yes.
just
Yes.
What they use.
Yes.
Most of the controversial people you think they are controversial, meet them in reality. You'll be so shocked that they are so sweet.
Tonto Dike,
I love her.
Bobrisky,
I love him. Slash to it.
Daddy Freeze.
See, you're so sweet. I'm not able to see you. You know, people already commenting on my page. They're like, these are the freaks that was mimicking you, that was mocking you. They take life so serious. Like, that's almost of them already commenting on my page. But it's not that serious. And that's the reason why they get into trouble.
I didn't take it serious. We thought it was a joke until I saw you crying. That's when I was now afraid. But now that I can see that you're okay, skit continues.
So that's what I feel about the church, whatever. It's not the pastors. For one day, I don't blame pastors. It's just what the members want to hear. It's like, this is what they want to eat. At the end of the day, no matter what you're doing, whether you're serving God, you are doing business. Like God said, I will bless the work of your hand. Now, where man they work, now they chop. Whether you be pastor, you must chop from what you they do. So first of all, you don't say these people know, like every girl that goes to church is husband and they want to marry. So every day, receive your husband. None of them, you will not do the right thing. You won't go and date the right guy. You won't do the right thing. You want to receive, but is it magic? You just receive from the air.
Let me tell you something. The two closest women to Jesus, they did not have husband. And Christ did not find husband for them. So, if Christ did not find husband for Mary and Martha, it is you in Abakaliki or you in Ogomosho that Christ will leave what he's doing and come and be looking for.
Tell a woman that some of them are not destined to marry first.
Mary and Martha did not have husband.
That's the thing. So women are not destined to marry. And that's why some will still marry and still come out.
Oh.
It's either you face reality in the beginning.
The woman in John chapter 4, the Samaritan woman that had 5 husbands and was living with the 6th, that she was not married to. Christ never told her a sinner. Christ never told her to go back to her first husband. So these are the false doctrines that have engulfed the church because it is what the ears of men want to hear. So you are 100% right on that. Thank you so much, Auntie Blessing. Like my baby son will call you. And I'm sure right now the world would rest a bit now that they know the full story.
They've been rested. They are even tired.
Now that they know the full story, let us see how we will go. And thank you so much for coming.
Daddy Freeze, for the record, the story we talked about or what we shared is not for them to. It's just for record. It's just for them to be alright. Because some people were saying, because of me, they got depressed. Because I bought house. Because I posted that. They said I got a lot of women depressed by living fake life. And I'm sorry to tell you guys, I'm doing well for myself. So I don't know what is depressing you. Somebody's success is not supposed to depress. It's supposed to inspire you. It's not supposed to get you.
Nepal, can you go see their life?
My dear, you can't trust them.
So someone's success is not supposed to
depress you. It's supposed to inspire you. So a lot of people were happy over this news because they thought I was a failure. But unfortunately, I'm not. That was their joy. Go and read most comments. Hey, this girl went to the like. They were happy because they felt this girl that they thought was a success is actually a failure. But I'm not a failure. So they were happy. People were happy because you're falling, and I was so shocked. Like no. So okay. Even if blessing you is fake and she doesn't have anything, does it make you rich? It doesn't change anything. It doesn't make you a better person. So why not leave other people and work with yourself? Do better for yourself. Because I'm also doing well for myself. Okay? Love you guys.
All right, guys. Take care of yourselves. Thank you so much. Give me a big hug. Big hug.
Gracias. Big hug. Thank you so much. Thank you, Daddy Freeze.
Hey. My baby boy. Yes. Amarachi.
Okay.
With Wave, you could send money from the convenience of your phone to any Nigerian bank account. The money goes from your bank account here to Nigeria. Easy, safe. And the best part is there are absolutely no fees ever. Not just on your first transfer, but on every other transfer you make. Download the free Wave app today from the Google Play Store or from the Apple App Store. Hey, you could also get £5 or $5 off your first transfer if you use the promo code DaddyFreeze. DaddyFreeze spelled as one word. It's safe, it's reliable, no fees at all. It's Wave.